Hello, and welcome to the SCLD podcast. I'm Andrea Brumbaugh.
And I'm Savannah Stewart.
And we are back with some more one-star book reviews today.
Yes.
So if you don't know what that is, we've done it a couple times now. I think this is our third time to do it.
Yes.
And what we do is we find very funny one-star reviews of very popular books, and we try to get the other one to guess what it is. And we didn't come up with this idea. This has kind of been out there for a while. Several other people do this as well. But yeah, it's super fun. So okay. So we normally pick a genre.
Yes. So there's no overlap.
So what's your...
To the best of our abilities.
Yeah. Although I was thinking about your genre, which is...
Well, I thought about yours too. So we'll see.
Because yours is...
Mine is just books that take place in winter.
Yeah.
So like snowy-ish locations.
And mine are kids' books that have been turned into movies.
Right.
And I was thinking about this last night. I was thinking, like, I'm going to fail so hard at yours because I can only think of, like, two books that take place in winter.
Yes.
And I think I actually have one of them on my thing
There was
here.
a very popular children's book that I was like, nope, can't do that one. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Gonna be
So
on yours.
that might be one of mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
see.
they're all over the board.
Yeah.
No, I'll stand by that. They're all over the board. But hopefully the reviews can help you hone in.
Yeah.
And I'll give
Some hints.
hints. I said tricks. I'm like, no.
Tips, tricks, hints.
Hints is what I meant. Would you like to lead?
Sure.
Okay.
All right. Okay, this one says, can I give a negative score of stars? This seems to me to be one of the stories a child would make up, and you just smile and nod through it, but are secretly thinking that it's the most bizarre thing ever. Expectations. An ingenious tale of adventure filled with silly puns, logic puzzles, and clever dialogue, disguised as a nonsensical children's story. Reality. A nonsensical children's story. Any ideas? A very bizarre, nonsensical children's story. And remember, these have been made into movies. This one has been made into many movies. Cartoon, live action.
And it's bizarre?
Yeah. Yeah. And one person actually said, the author must have been high when they wrote it.
Huh.
I guarantee you know what this is, even if you haven't. And I'm sure you've seen one of the movies, but maybe you haven't read the book because it's one of those that, like, it's very classic, very old. Or not, I mean, I don't know exactly how old it is. But very old, older than us. I mean, that's very old. No, just kidding.
Gosh,
I'm trying to think. Like, I did not give very good quotes. For this one. Sorry.
Fine. Is it a Dr. Seuss one?
No.
Okay,
but that's a fair guess.
The Grinch is kind of odd.
Yeah, all of Dr. Seuss are pretty.
Yeah, I don't even know. I don't really have a guess.
Okay, so. I'm trying to think of another clue.
Could you tell me an actor that's in
Johnny Depp?
Alice in Wonderland?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes.
Would not have got it without that clue.
Yeah, sorry.
That's a good one. Never read it. Never seen any of the movies.
You haven't seen any of the movies?
I remember watching the cartoon one when I was a kid and being like, this is not my thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to go puzzle some more or organize my crayons,
Yeah.
So.
Oh, I loved that there was one that was in the 80s or maybe it was made in the 70s, but I watched it as a kid in the 80s and it was a live action one and it was so good. I love it.
Have you seen it recently and still think it's good? You're going to leave it in the past?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't mind watching it again, but yeah, I think it's probably still good because that movie, that story is just so crazy anyway. So
yeah,
I think I would probably still like it. But
all right. This is a contemporary fiction.
Okay.
I'll do that before these because they're just
Yeah. Okay, I could probably do that too.
Okay. I have debated whether to keep going with this one, knowing this writer is a talent. Talent in all caps. I can't. Every time I pick it up to read it, I find I have read 3 to 4 pages without having retained anything. Oh, been there. I don't care about these characters. I don't care about their dramas, and I don't care about hockey.
Hockey.
It's a series. It's the first one in a series. The latest one, just came out. There may or may not be an author talk.
Oh.
Coming up,
Oh. Is it Beartown?
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't read that, but I have a friend who really loves that series.
Yeah.
And she told me about it recently, and so then I told her about the author talk.
Nice.
And but yeah, I don't think I knew. Oh no, she did tell me it was about hockey because she really likes hockey romances.
My partner read that. He's going through the whole series right now and loves Frederick Bachman, who's the author. Loves him. Yeah. He's like, oh, he wrote it? I'm going to check it out.
Yeah, I think she really likes him too, all of his books.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I got that one. Okay. So this one's another fantasy.
Okay.
Classic. Mm-hmm. Okay. This one is regards to the book. I don't think this part was ever in the movies. So if you haven't read the book, you might not get this one. That's why I'm doing it first. Okay.
Okay.
The whole trip through the China village was pointless.
Okay.
It's a Brothers Grimm fairy tale where the violence is mundane and committed against a woman defending herself from the murderers of her sister.
What the heck? This is a children's?
Yeah, that's kind of like one of those, you know how they say describe it badly or or from a different point of view.
Somebody
That's kind of
describes Toy Story and it's terrifying.
Yeah. That's kind of what that one was. The only thing that was emotionally convincing was the death of this character. That squally little brat and her dog could just go off somewhere and I wouldn't give a twig. I mean, who steals a dead woman's shoes?
Oh.
Must have been raised in a barn.
The Wizard of Oz.
Yes. Yeah. And so that second one was about the Wicked Witch. She's defending herself from the murders of her.
That's true.
Yeah, it's true.
That's true. It is. And stole her shoes.
Yeah. And so that's one of the reasons I really love Wicked. I haven't seen the musical. I'm not really a musical person, but I love the books. Yeah. Love them.
Musical is good. Recommend. Yeah. Okay. This one's Christmassy.
Okay.
That might be too big of a hint.
Christmassy. Mm-hmm. Okay.
This book, the message of it, the essence of it, is good enough. The writing, not so much. This was my first Dickens book, and in all honesty, I quite hated the writing. It gave me a headache. I hate how the author tries to talk to you. This ain't a conversation. I don't want the feeling of being in a conversation with the author. And then the other one says, well, first things first, I hate the story. I hate it with every fiber in my body. They say in psychology that if you see something over and over and over again, that you eventually start liking it. Unless it's watching the movie Frozen 46 million times a month with my daughters, this doesn't work for me.
So Christmas Carol.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have put the Dickens part in there.
I know. I'm sorry. I read it before my brain comprehended.
But I was pretty confident that's what it was. But that solidified it. But
awesome.
Yeah.
Good job.
That was one of the 2 books that I was like, oh yeah, winter books.
Yeah.
Okay. Another fantasy.
Okay.
Classic. Okay, this is another one of those describe it badly or describe it from a different angle kind of thing.
Okay.
A wealthy, sociopathic slave owner who has a fixation on candy invites a bunch of kids and their parents to his mansion/factory.
Willy Wonka?
Yeah. That one is a pretty good one. Okay, and then it rubbed me the wrong way at how preachy the whole message of the story is all the way through the book. And I feel like much of the author's generation and the following generation thinks the best way to teach children is through shaming and threats. I didn't really think about it like that until I read this. And I'm like, yeah, that's pretty much how it is.
It's pretty violent.
Yeah, you're You eat too much food and you get sucked up a tube and never to be seen again,
Stop
right?
eating the chocolate river.
Don't eat the chocolate river.
Just don't do it.
Augustus.
All right, this is a horror.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure I didn't do it. The first series.
Oh, the first time when you did horror. Okay.
I'm
all right.
pretty sure.
Okay. Well, if
I
you did,
have,
then that might have helped me.
okay. I am not a fan of this author, and I don't like this book. Insanity, sadness, loss, the evil dad. What a joy. Custodial staff of one percenter resort commits grave breaches of employment agreement, including fraternization by failing to keep grounds free and clear of supernatural deterioration.
Nice.
There's a lot of big words in there.
Yeah. The Shining.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. I love it. Evil dad.
Evil dad.
Well done.
The groundskeeper. He couldn't keep it free of the...
couldn't keep it
supernatural.
free of supernatural deterioration.
It's a good one.
That's a metal band for sure.
Okay, here's another fantasy.
Okay. Are these all
classic.
fantasy?
No.
Be real
I was
with me.
just looking, and I'm like, the last two are not. Okay. Well,
It's
okay. The last one definitely is not.
Okay.
This next one could be good. Okay. Anyway, so this book does not deserve the star I gave it. I probably should have seen this book's title for what it is, a warning. Do yourself a favor, stick to those old VHS versions of the book, because that at least has a time limit of less than 2 hours.
Okay.
So the title is a warning. And the VHS, at least, is only like 2 hours. So basically, it's a long book. A book that...
With a warning in the title.
well, the title isn't exactly a warning, but you can see it as a warning because it...
Can I have an actor hint, please? Is it a cartoon?
Oh, gosh. No, it's not. It's not a cartoon. There were 2 movies. Jonathan Brandis? Do you know who I'm talking about? Okay, he was in the second one. I don't know any of the other actors. I'll be honest. One of the saddest in the first one, one of the saddest scenes, like my fellow millennials will know that you can't think about this scene without, getting a little choked up.
Book.
Yeah.
Obviously not The Lion King, but that's the first thing that came to my head.
No.
Okay. I don't even have a guess.
I'm trying to see.
Terrible.
All right. Do you want me to just tell you?
Yeah.
It's The Never-Ending Story.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Yeah. So it was
terrible.
apparently very, very long. Everybody liked the movie, but the book was really never ending. They said it just was really slow.
Got it. Yeah, and then I know what scene you're talking about.
Yes. Oh, dang. Still not over it. Still not over it.
All right. This is a mystery.
Okay.
A classic, mystery. I'm not sure if that helps saying the word twice, but maybe. All right. The mystery was flat. The writing was dull. The characters were completely boring and two-dimensional, and this main character had 0 personality.
Okay.
Okay, this one might give you more of a hint. This is supposed to be, I can read. Yeah. This is supposed to be an amazing mystery, but I wasn't all that impressed. It was slow moving and the characters were all very stereotypical people. The ending was interesting, but I was really bored on the way there. I would take a Mary Higgins Clark murder mystery any day over it.
Okay, so I'm thinking
the main character in these has a French name, which is why I'm not saying it, because I suck
Well, you don't need
French.
to say the name. Don't say the character's name, but now I know. It's the Poirot ones, right?
Yes, but what's a wintry one? I've never read it, so I can't.
Is it wintry? I don't know. I don't know if I know.
I think it happens
On the train one?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you know what it's called?
Yes.
Your face says no.
I know what it's called. I can't remember what it's called, though. Oh, Murder on the Orient Express.
Yes. That's it. Never read it.
I started trying to read an audiobook, and I couldn't, concentrate. But I want to try it again.
Yeah. Well, it had a lot of 1-star reviews, so just beware.
Okay.
Fantasy?
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it could be fantasy, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't directly think fantasy when I think of this book.
Got it.
Okay. They did not make any bacon in this book. It is extremely unrealistic, and I'm not talking about the talking animals.
I think I know it.
Blatant pro-spider propaganda.
Charlotte's Web.
Yes. Do you think of that as fantasy? I mean, I think, when I think of okay, they're talking animals, so yes, technically I guess it could be, but that's not what my mind automatically goes to.
No, I agree.
Because that would mean that most kids' books are fantasy, even
though they are, but yes.
They are, but yeah.
Adventure. It's an adventure tale. Okay. Oh, this goes on to 2 pages. Wow. That's a long one. We'll see.
Okay.
This is my last one, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Do you have 7 more?
You only had 5?
Yeah. I put 6. I didn't paste the review to it. So.
Oh. Yeah, I just have 1 more.
Okay. 30. Oh, this is a classic. I guess it could be a historical fiction.
Okay.
30 years ago, I met a young woman in an unhappy marriage who told me this was the best book she ever read. So about 15 years ago, I tried to read it. I really, really did. I got through about 1/4 of this voluptuous, interesting, novel about the adulterous affair of a pampered member of the aristocracy. Thank you. Words are hard. Who falls for a younger aristocrat. This is a Russian novel. I wept gloriously the day I stopped reading this book. That ensuing week, I just walked around in my own unbearable lightness. The book was a gift from my roommate, no doubt, to settle some grievance I was completely unaware of. God forbid you attempt to read this in a semi-recumbent posture. If the weight of the book doesn't kill you, the unbelievable monotony of the story will.
Okay.
So it's a very large, classic.
Anna Karenina?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yes. Thank you for working through my
Is that the one
pronunciation of stuff.
Is that the one where there was one story I saw on social media, and I don't know how true it is, of course, but that someone's mother hated this book so much, and I think it might have been Anna Karenina, but I could be wrong. They hated this book so much, right?
Okay.
And they threw it in the ocean, and then the kid went and got another copy of it, and got it all wet, and put it in the mom's bedside table or something. I think it might have been Anna Karenina, but I'm not sure.
That is a beautiful prank.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
It's a good one.
Love it.
Okay, here's my last one.
Okay.
To me, this book, this one is not fantasy.
Got it.
Okay, just not.
Just steeped in realism. Okay.
To me, this book is just a big neon highlighted literary exclamation mark defining how incredibly different I am from my mother. She loves this book. Less than 20 pages in, I could feel my mind slowly shutting down. Was it through boredom? Or was I entering a diabetic coma because of the saccharine overload created by the sickly sweet world of these characters? Okay. This is what our foremothers at one time believed was the ideal for womanhood. No wonder they eventually revolted. And overall, I would just suggest watching the Friends clip where Rachel spoils the book for Joey. It's hilarious and saves you a lot less time and effort.
Oh, gosh.
So this is one of the ones, this is a wintry one. This is one of the ones that I thought that you might also have. I think of it as wintry, but I think it might take place over a longer period of time than just winter.
Can I have an actor hint?
The first one that comes to my mind is Kirsten Dunst.
Is it Little Women?
Yes. Good job.
Nice. Have you read Little Women?
I have a long time ago.
Same.
And it's actually one of my friends' like best or favorite books. And I did this challenge this year where I was trying to read 12 books suggested by 12 friends, and Savannah suggested one for me, but my other friend suggested Little Women. I haven't read it yet. I actually haven't read too many of those
that is okay.
books that I was supposed to read this year, but
don't worry about your self-imposed deadline.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It is self-imposed. Thank you, Savannah.
You're welcome.
Thank you. You're welcome. Well, thank you for watching, and we hope to do some more of these again. Got to figure out what genre we want to do next time.
Yes.
But we hope to see you again next time.